Hello, everybody. Welcome to cricketworld.com. We are back with our daily match insights video, and we are here to look at what happened on an action packed second day in the fifth and final test match between England and India that is being played at the Oval in London. As always, I've got my friend and colleague Nikhil Narayan to help look at what happened on that eventful second day. Nikhil, 16 wickets on the second day. The test match has moved quite rapidly ahead, and we are in for a short and sweet test match.
Absolutely, Chandresh. What a great day of Test cricket. The pendulum swinging, from one team to the other, and at the end of the day's play, at the end of day two, India lead by 52 runs with 8 wickets in hand in the second innings. Still very difficult to say which team has is in a more dominating position in this Test match. It could go any way. On day three. But a great day of Test match cricket. England taking the first session, then India bouncing back, and the third session, the honors being shared. It sets up this series beautifully. For day three, anything could happen. And this test match is widely open.
Yeah, we started the day with the news that Chris Wokes is out of this test match because of the dislocated shoulder, as we spoke about it at the end of the first day. But Gus Atkinson rose to the occasion. He ended up with a five-wicket haul, and England wrapped up India's tail once again. And this is an ongoing saga with Indian tail. They just don't seem to contribute. They just don't seem to want to stay on the pitch long enough to try and contribute with the bat, except maybe at Lords, but that was also a lost cause.
Absolutely, Chandresh. So basically, India lost, from 204 for six to 220 for all out. So 20 for four, not good enough. 250 would have been a good score on that wicket. And in a low scoring game like the one at the Oval, every run is important. So India, the tail needs to sort of wag, especially in Sena countries when they tour overseas. It was a poor effort by the tail. Yes, it is a difficult wicket, but 20 they could have done better than 20 for four in a game of very low margins.
Absolutely. And then what we witnessed was complete carnage because we saw Harry Brook and Ben Duckett, and India didn't seem to have any kind of reply as they unveiled their version of baseball, and it was batting at hectic speed as they put on 92 in just 12.5 overs. And Ben Duckett fell in almost baseball like fashion. Uh, and India was clueless at that time.
Absolutely. The first session was dominated by the England openers, Zak Crawley and Ben Duckett taking the Indian bowlers completely by surprise. They this was the most difficult wicket amongst all the pitches in this series, but also the wicket probably with the truest bounce. And therefore, there was value for your shots. They went after the bowling. They took calculated risks, and it paid off in true baseball style. Uh, the openers got England off, to an absolutely rollicking start. Before Akashdeep broke the opening stand, getting rid of Duckett. You live by the sword and you die by it. Playing that back scoop, he was dismissed. But the job had already been done, by the England openers. India were completely on the back foot at that point.
Yeah, absolutely. And we saw the send off that Akash Deep gave Ben Duckett. It was quite eventful. And then what we saw was that there was a comeback by India thanks to Prasidh Krishna and Mohammed Siraj, who combined and ran through the middle and lower order of England, only to find Harry Brook holding fort at one end. That was quite an eventful afternoon or late evening session with the rain also interrupting play.
Absolutely, 6 wickets in the middle session for India, and Prasidh Krishna and Mohammad Siraj leading the way with the ball. Prasidh Krishna was absolutely brilliant post lunch, hostile spell, bowling above 90 miles per hour, exacting extra movement, extra bounce. He got Crawley to mistime a pull shot. Then Siraj bowled a nip backer to get rid of Ollie Pope. England continued to be aggressive in the form of Harry Brook, who took calculated risks. But Siraj bowled his heart out, great lengths, and then he got rid of Root and Bethel, both leg before wicket. He was moving the ball both ways. That especially that dismissal of you know. Bethel was absolutely an incredible Yorker, which trapped him leg before wicket. Uh, India came back with these two bowlers who gave their heart out in the absence of Jasprit Bumrah.
Yeah, with India having just three fast bowlers in their ranks, it was a tough ask for the three new ball bowlers. And we had Siraj and Krishna rising to the occasion, and Krishna especially bowled with a lot of fire and pace. And then England did finally manage a 23-run lead with Harry Brook also scoring a half century. And that 23-run lead was rapidly wiped off by a very aggressive Yashasvi Jaiswal. And he was very animated, very aggressive. And at the other end, KL Rahul was a bit cautious and tentative. What did you make of that? Because he was dismissed poking at one outside the off stump.
Yes, I think that was a team strategy. It would have been discussed before they came out to bat that Jaiswal would try to replicate what a Ben Duckett did, what a Zak Crawley did for England, if you want to term it, gamball or India's version of baseball. So Jaiswal was the better equipped batter to take on the England bowlers, and he did did so brilliantly. Rahul was to play the anchor as he has throughout the series, and he was doing a good job leaving the ball till a bad judgment. He didn't have poked at that one. He could have let it go on length and line, but unfortunately for him, he poked and paid the price for it. Uh, Jaiswal, meanwhile, continued to play his shots and scored what could potentially turn out to be a defining 50 in this Test match.
And he was lucky, and so was Sai Sudarshan, because in a space of about 5-6 overs, there were about three dropped catches, and Jaiswal tried to make the most of it, but Sai Sudarshan couldn't, and India lost. Sai Sudarshan just four balls before play was called off. Quite unfortunate.
Quite unfortunate, but if you see the pattern of Sai Sudarshan's dismissals in this series, there is clearly a problem with his leg side play. Today he also again he got leg before wicket to Atkinson. Yes, the ball kept a bit low, but there is, because of his open stance, there is a problem of there's a problem of how he plays the ball, which comes into him on the leg side, and therefore as soon as you must have noticed, as soon as Sai Sudarshan came out to bat, they had a leg slip for him also. So Sai Sudarshan needs to work on that leg side play of his, because good teams have already sort of worked out how to get him out in Test cricket.
Yeah, and towards the end of the day's play, India continued with their policy of bringing in night watchmen. Was that called for or uncalled for?
I mean, clearly the tactics were to protect Shubman Gill, who is the best batter of the series. Uh, I think that I think it was a good call, because nothing would have been gained if Shubman Gill had gone out to bat, and England would have attacked. Uh, 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 Gone on a complete attack against him, trying to get the best Indian batter out. So I think, given that Akashdeep, who is not only a tail ender, he's a decent batter. I think it was a good call to protect Shubman Gill's wicket. At the end of the day's play.
Okay, India is 75 for 2, ahead by just 52 runs at this stage. How do you see this test match progressing, Nikhil?
I think Yashasvi Jaiswal's wicket, Chandresh, is the key wicket for England. If he goes on to score a big one, if he stays there for one session, I think India will be in the driving seat, because he scores his runs quickly. Remember, the Indian batters have to score runs. They don't have to stay at the crease and occupy time. They need to score runs. There's enough time left in this test match despite the rain. Runs are at a premium, and batters who can score quickly will define this test match. So I think Yashasvi Jaiswal will be key for India. and then obviously Shubman Gill, the other key batter. I think if India can give England a target of 250, 250, anything above that will be a match-winning score, given that the wicket is doing a lot. Also, in the last five county games at the Oval, day three has been the toughest for the batters in terms of the number of wickets, average number of wickets which have fallen. So, it's going to be interesting how day three pans out at the Oval.
Let's wait and watch what happens in this engrossing, enthralling test match. We'll be back with our review of what happens on the third day right here on cricketworld.com. All you need to do is log on to cricketworld.com and like, share, subscribe the videos, comment on the videos, and be part of the conversation that both Nikhil and I are having right through this India tour of England. Right then, take good care of yourselves. It's goodbye and God bless from both Nikhil and myself.